Hi, my name is Kathy, and today I'll be teaching you just a little bit of what I know about the program called 4-H. Not many people know too much about 4-H, at least I didn't, so maybe others do and I just didn't. But we moved from a big city and we didn't even have any knowledge whatsoever about 4-H until we moved out here in Indiana, very rural Indiana. And so I would like to just use this opportunity to teach you a little bit of what I didn't know. So what is 4-H? According to the 4-H Council, it is the largest youth organization. It's about 6 million children right now, from the ages of 5 to 18. They say it's a community of young people across America who are learning leadership, citizenship, and life skills. One of the neat things about 4-H that I didn't know is it's for all children. It's not just rural children. I think I had the illusion that you had to have a cow and some horses in order to do 4-H, and it is definitely not that way. There are several children who live in the city who enjoy 4-H also. So some of the things about 4-H that I also didn't know is the children who are engaged in 4-H, who actually participate and go to activities and really become active in their clubs, are 3 times more likely to be active, to be physically fit, to be active, to be engaged, and just enjoy a more healthy type lifestyle. They are 2 times more likely to be in a science career, a STEM career. And I am getting these facts. I'm sorry, I should have listed that before. The physically active and the science career, and the following fact is all from the University of Illinois. They did a study on 4-H. So they're 3 times more likely to be active. We covered that. 2 times more likely to be in a science career in college and when they graduate. 5 times more likely to graduate college. That was probably the one that really did it for me. That sounds really good to me. And so I was very excited about that fact. Some of the ways that it's different from like a Boy Scout, a Girl Scout type of club, or athletics, because those things sometimes cost a lot of money. There's cleats and uniforms and all those type of things. 4-H is very much geared towards trying to get as many kids to participate in it as they possibly can. And so there are no uniforms. There's no national fees. Sometimes there is a county fee. This year, our county fair, our county fee was actually eliminated. And this year only, for whatever reason, they did not have that. They were just trying to get more kids involved. And so they waived the fee this year. But usually when they do have the fee, it is an amount of about $20 or $25 per kid for the entire year, which covers everything unless they do a special type project or whatever they pick as a project. And I'll get to the projects in just a little bit. Some of the benefits of 4-H, which there's quite a few, but some of the highlights of the benefits of 4-H is the responsibility that it teaches the children. They are responsible for their projects. They are responsible for making sure that it's turned in on time, that it's completed correctly, and there's pretty stringent requirements to do that. And they are given all the information. They are given a handbook, and all they have to do is look through it and read. I know for my kids, it took once, maybe twice, depending on the child, for them to not quite get the score they wanted to on their finished projects before they really started looking and making sure that they had all their things turned in correctly and on time and the way it was supposed to be. So it really does teach them responsibility. There is also the idea of an expectation that this is their project. This is not mom and dad's project. This is not something that mom and dad are accountable for. It's very much looked upon as the child's responsibility and the child is in charge of this. So even we have had occasion where they may have been a little too much parent involvement, and very kindly they're reminded that this is the child's project, which is awesome. There's also the idea of leadership. The club itself, which we'll get to in a minute also, the club itself actually has leaders, and they'll appoint and they will judge, or they will nominate and vote on a president and a vice president and so on down the line. Treasurer, secretary, these things are voted for by the club members, and it is very much run by the club members. Whoever the president is, which is one of the kids, will run the meeting. It's very democratic. It teaches them such a wonderful idea of how government is run. They will vote on things. They will have minutes that they have to read through. There is treasurer, and they have to keep up to date on the books and announce how much is in the books every meeting. It's quite amazing. They're also expected to help the younger kids. There is no like snubbing off the younger kids. Very much expected for the older kids to help the younger kids. Help if they have a question. Help if they don't know where to go. If they see them at the fair and they don't know where they're supposed to be for judging, there's an expectation that the older kids will help the younger kids. Some of the additional benefits that I can see is just the fact that the kids have just a much more wonderful sense of self-worth. They go to a judging, and at this judging they are expected to dress appropriately. It's usually a button-down shirt, and they will greet the judge, and before they sit down to get his opinion of their project, his or her opinion of the project, they will shake hands. They will sit there respectfully and listening. There's no disagreeing with the judge. They're taught that what the judge says is final. Every judge may have a different opinion, and next year or next week it might be totally different, but as of that day, what the judge says is a final result. And for me, that just teaches the kids such a wonderful sense of how the real world works. You won't really argue with your boss, not if you want to stay there for very long. So I enjoy that aspect of it. How to join. If this sounds like a great opportunity for your children, one of the ideas is how to join. So you would contact your local extension office of your county, and I'm sure there's a 4-H extension office pretty much across America, and you will contact them and ask for your nearest club. Now you have a couple options with that. So you have your nearest club, which is in close proximity, which is usually not that far apart. Ours is half a mile. So you have that option. You also have the option to pick a club that holds a special interest for you. We have a homeschool club. We have a horse club. We have a drone club. So if those are something that you'd really like to be interested in, those are an option also. Regardless of what club you join, you will also have the option to pick a project. Now this is the fun part. It's all fun, but this is a really fun part. So you get to pick what project you would be interested in learning more about, whether it's cooking, animals, music, art, some sort of STEM. They have rocket ships, they have aerospace, the list goes on and on. There's quite a few. So I think there was 42 in our county last time I counted. So every county has a different set that they pick, that they will offer. So we have quite a few, and I know others have more than us. So there's quite a few options. So you will pick your project, and you will work on that project, and you will, once you pick your club that you'd like to belong to, you go to their meetings. There you will learn more information about what's going on, what's expected from you. You also have a lot of fun, and what you put into it is what you will get out. So make sure you participate fully. So the last step will be just getting a hold of that club and joining the club. Make sure you participate and attend their meetings. The final step is judging, and that is always at your county fair. You will learn a lot. You will not always win, which is real life. But You will learn a lot on how to improve yourself and also how to take criticism constructively, which is a wonderful skill to learn. I hope you've enjoyed this talk, and I do believe that 4-H is a benefit not only to our children, but to society as a whole. Thank you so much.